And welcome back to the Country Telegraph. Nice to have your company too. Got a feel for the good folks up at North Queensland, around Ingham and upwards, even Townsville. I think 260 k's they said, just up from Cohen. They're very strong winds and could be even stronger. Now because we're on the Gold Coast, we had a tropical cyclone just recently, and they were forecasting winds to be in the between 100 and 200 k's. We got a few gusts, but it sort of died down, and that was scary. So just imagine, though, if you think about it, just imagine how a tropical cyclone or a cyclone with that power would be. And we are all thinking of the folks up there. You've got to hunker down, and our thoughts and prayers are with you. Now, Allison Levy, or Levy, I'll find out in a second, is Publicity Officer for Southeast Field Days on the 20th and 21st of March. It's on. And with over 500 exhibitors, the focus of this event is on showcasing the latest in agriculture products, services, and equipment. Competitions include the South Australian Yard Dog Association, state championships, as well as a scrap metal art competition. And they always attract plenty of interest. And I've got to tell you, they are a lot of fun too, and very important for the economy. There are entertainment options for both young and old, as well as a multitude of food and locally sourced wines. One person who's just been running around like a headless chook, Allison. How are your nerves at the moment?
Well, surprisingly, you asked me about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Normally, pretty
We have
chaotic.
yep.
We've had a steady stream of the larger exhibitors slowly coming in since like late last week, and today's the day when all the pavilions start filling up. So all the wines and schools and government bodies, all that type of thing, they all start moving in all clothing. So it gets a bit bedlam. About 4 o'clock this afternoon will be very busy, but there's a lot of trucks on site, and it's very hard trying to find a quiet spot where there's not people, trucks, dust happening.
How long has this event been going on for, and how important is it for the local economy?
Yeah, so this is so this is our 46th year. The Lions Club of Lucindale have run it. So I suppose a lot of the profit goes back into the community, this whole region, this lower southeast of South Australia. So the Lions Club are really proud that in the 46-year period, we've donated over $3 million back into community groups and organisations, so schools. And it's not just Lucindale and our closest bigger town, Narracourt. It's across the whole region, even into Western Victoria. Money gets donated back. So a lot of people ask for money and for certain projects, and the Lions Club are really happy to help wherever we can. So it's that giving back to the community, and we're just so lucky to have such an amazing event like this in our small little area, because Lucindale, in the scheme of things, is a very small country town.
For those not familiar, I used to work at 5SC in Mount Gambier. How's that? But tell us about
Well,
the
there you
area.
go.
There you are. I mean, were you listening? Actually, I used to drive the boss nuts.
Yeah.
But it's a great part of the world, the southeast South Australia. And Mount Gambier, wonderful place. Narracourt. You have, what else do we have? All those places. Mental block time. But it's a magnificent
Yeah.
Robe, there's another part of the world. And you're not that far from Adelaide either. I mean, you're close to some major
No.
areas. Tell us about the area.
Yeah, so we're really lucky. We're 4 hours from Adelaide, and Robe. So we've got some beautiful seaside areas. So Robe's very famous for the cray fishing. So Robe, Beachport, Kingston, all those areas are fantastic fishing. Kingston, and then coming back where we are, Lucindale, grazing. So there's a lot of sheep, a lot of cattle, a lot of cropping. We're very lucky, got an abundance of water underground. Very dry seasons the last couple of years, but this last spring was amazing. So my husband and I, we're on a property, so everyone's feeling very positive. If you ignore the fuel prices at the moment, the seasonal conditions are very, very good. Narracourt, very famous for the Narracourt Cave, so a lot of fossils, very ancient kind of area, I suppose. And then another little area town is Penola, and that's really famous for the Coonawarra wine region, which you probably have experienced if you're based in Mount Gambier a few years ago.
Of course, there'll be no drinking. Sorry, I couldn't do that with a
No,
straight face. I mean, and you got all
oh
those.
no, believe me, there's
There'll be a
drinking.
few
There's drinking
drinks,
happening here. Yeah, of
but
course there will be.
you've got all those evils around you. You got some of the best wines in the world around you, and you still
Yeah.
can't forget the wines with a frothy head. A good beer too. What about food there? What about food stalls and barbecues and stuff like that?
Yeah, so at the Southeast Field Days, we have, I suppose, those three main food courts.
Hmm.
There's a lot of the businesses, so Timboon ice cream, and a lot of we try and have a real mix. It's not just hot chips and ice cream. There's a whole mix of Asian influences and everything. And it's also a great fundraising opportunity. I know our local football club, they do a barbecue that's very busy. The Scouts group, local Scouts group, I think they sold like $6,000 worth of soft drink at last year's event. So it's the real key fundraiser for a lot of organisations. So the three food courts, there's a lot of options for everyone, as well as the sampling and buying wine. We have distilleries, we have wine, beer, all that type of thing. Our local golfing club, the Country Club, they run the tavern. So that's a very popular place to sit in the shade and drink a couple of cold beverages during for the two days of our event.
Singing my tune there, Allison.
Yep.
Nothing like a cup of cold beverages. And you know what? I don't know about you. I don't like the fancy stuff. I just want a sausage on a piece of white bread, bit of sauce. And what else could you have? A bit of sauce and maybe some onions if you want to create havoc later
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Get a bit fancy.
A couple of cold ones or a good red. Tell me about some of the other exhibitors there. The real exhibitors.
The real, well, I suppose when you think of an ag field days, you think about machinery. But I suppose our event, we try and cater for we want something for everyone. So there's like driving around this morning, and I saw a field bin. They were just trying to sort it out to get it into its little position. And big trucks, road trains, or for Queensland, for us, a big truck, a road train down here is like two trailers. That's big. I know up in the northern Australia, road trains three, but yeah, we have all sorts of any kind of machinery you can imagine. But then for everyone else, there's clothing, accessories. I think we've even got someone from Bordertown, which is a town 45 minutes north of us. They're bringing chickens. So chook and love or something they're called. You can buy a little chook to take home with you. So there is absolutely everything, plus all the entertainment. We've got Airtime FMX who are doing amazing stunts. They go to all your key bit like the Grand Prix and major shows around the country. So we're really lucky to have them. We have laser tag for the older boys. We have a petting zoo and someone just free. Like we try and keep a lot of things free. So like it's free, under 16's free to get in, but adults paying. But once you're in here, it's a lot of free stuff to look at. It's not just kicking the tyres. And I think something's massive crane. Good timing now. We've got a crane going past and trucks and
That's
stuff.
okay.
It's very, very busy this time of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it is a fantastic time, and it's old mates catch up with each other, and people that you might have had a stoush with, like catch up, and nothing better than the having a couple of beers and a bit of a nosh up, and really enjoying it. What about the general interest pavilion? Um, what do we? How do people find out
Yeah.
more
So
what's happening in it?
Yeah, so we have, I suppose, the three big pavilions. One has we call it the market pavilion. So it has a lot of clothing, jewellery. We have Mini Jumbuck, which is a really well-known company that's based in Arracore, famous for its Australian wool and dooners. They sell Aran Willing clothing. So they're organising, Shannon, the manager there, she's organising a fashion parade for us. So we're really excited to get that back going again after a number of years of not having it. So there's just a lot of clothing, adults and children's, in our northern end pavilion. You'll find all the wines, distillery, food, preserves. We have cooking demonstrations. There's a lady called Kathy Hughes who will be doing, she's absolute passionate about quinces. So I know she's cooking up a storm for samples, and she'll be cooking and talking about all things quinces, which she's very passionate about. And then, of course, our third pavilion, which is AgTech. So that's where all the technology and latest and greatest information, all the innovative stuff. And we've got a really well-known agronomist called Felicity Turner who's going to be doing multiple presentations. So they're going to be very interactive throughout our event. So that's a really plus, I suppose, for a lot of people, a lot of farmers coming in. So we try and cater for everyone, I suppose.
And what time do you open and what time do you shut?
Yeah, so 9 till 5 on Friday and Saturday. And then, so it will be very busy. So there's a lot of free car parking. There's no issues with car parking getting here. You can buy your tickets online or at the gate. Any information, go to our website, which is scfd.com.au. You can look at our program online, but obviously there's copies everywhere once you get to our event. So, yeah.
Now,
Love
the
to
last
see you.
thing is it Levy or Levy?
Levy, actually, yeah.
Because we had neighbours and they were called Levies, but lately everyone's changed it to
Oh,
Levy.
there you go. This is my married name.
It sounds very
Levy,
posh.
yeah,
It sounds very posh. Allison, thank
it
you so
does.
much for your time. I think what you're doing is a magnificent job. I think it's what the community needs, and I think as long as you keep producing what
Definitely.
you're doing, I think all augurs well for the future for those of the land. And I have to say, for those that haven't been to that part of the world, it is magnificent. One of the great areas of the world,
It
and
is.
just buy a couple of bottles, a couple of gallons
We're
of wine.
very lucky to be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
fantastic. Alison, Levy,
Oh,
thank
there
you
was
for
a
your
bit of gin testing last time.
time. Good
Yeah,
on you.
lovely meeting you, Mike.
Lovely too. This is the
Thanks.
Country
Bye.
Telegraph.